I don't know if you guys thought about this at all when you heard the news that PvP was disappearing from the vault. So when you cap in PvP, you don't get any vault anymore. The vault is only for Mythic Plus, it's for delves, and it's for raids. So that left me with the question, what are we going to do about gems? How the frick are PvPers going to get their gems? And maybe this will answer that question. Okay? So this article is 2 sockets craftable on rings and next in the War Within and unique gems. Okay. So War Within follows in Dragonflight footsteps as far as gems go, with the main change being extra sockets for PvP content and different unique gems. Okay. Table of contents. Sockets in the War Within. Okay, this is a table. We don't need to read the table of contents. We'll just go through it. Sockets in the War Within. New to War Within, there will be different ways to add sockets to PvP and PvE gear. PvE Jeweler Setting. PvE gear will use the new Magnificent Jeweler Setting. While unconfirmed, the new setting will allow sockets to be added only to amulets and rings. However, you will likely be able to add 2 gems to each piece of jewelry for a total of 6 gems. Okay. So you're not going to be able to socket your helm anymore? No more belt socketing, no more helm socketing, no more bracer socketing. It's just going to be additional sockets on jewelry, potentially. PvP jeweler setting. PvPers are looking like they will have extra sockets with the Vicious Jeweler's setting. Vicious Jeweler setting allows you to add gems to the same slots as Magnificent Jeweler setting, in addition to helms, bracers, and belts. Okay, so you can. Oh, so the PvP one actually allows you to, it says, add 1 socket or sockets to a War Within PvP item. Can be used on helmets, amulets, bracers, belts, and rings. Jewelry can have 2 sockets. So it sounds like there'll be 2 sockets on the neck and 2 sockets on both rings, and then you can still add it to your helm, your bracer, and your belt. So is that total of 9 sockets? Oh, it says that. The item has the same tooltip that it can add 2 to jewelry, meaning PP gear might be able to reach up to 9 gems total. Okay. New unique gems. Yo, this quacking. You shut up. Hold up 1 sec. Thank you. All right. New unique gems. One of the features brought by jewel crafting in the War Within are blasphemite gems. They work similar to Illuminated Diamonds in Dragonflight. They are more powerful than any other gems and provide additional bonuses based on the gems you have equipped. Okay, so the first gem is 181 primary stat and 1% maximum mana per unique Algarian gem color. I don't know what that means. So I guess if you have unique gems, you'll get more of a bonus to your maximum mana. Okay. This one is 181 primary stat plus 1% critical effect per unique Algarian gem color. This one is primary stat and movement speed per unique Algarian gem color. Okay. And this one is 181 primary stat and 20% perceived fame and fortune. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like extra rep or something like that. But interesting. Now there is a PvP specific gems as well. These are just like the old meta gems like in Wrath. Yeah, okay, makes sense. PvP diamonds, while blasphemites are intended for PvE usage, bloodstones are aimed at PvPers, providing better benefits for PvP combat. So this first one, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I don't like this. Okay, so this one is a primary stat increase and 15% damage reduction when affected by crowd control. What that means is if you are stunned or you are silenced, you're going to take less damage. And a lot of people have the opinion that the game is already to just like do damage, setups don't really matter, and that kind of doubles down on that a little bit, you know? But I suppose you have to choose between this and precog as a caster. But yeah, there was a really, I just want to remind everyone of a really awkward thing that happened in Battle for Azeroth. Okay, so a little bit of a history lesson. In Battle for Azeroth, in the final season of Corruption, people were stacking versatility like crazy, just versa amps, versa amps, versa amps. And they were also using this thing called Conflict and Strife. And Conflict and Strife is like your main jewel or whatever, made it so you took reduced damage and stuns. So there was actually a meta of just like not stunning. Like imagine being a rogue and doing less damage when you stun somebody. It's like, oh, big setup here, kidney shot, gives them pain suppression. Kind of goofy, right? Like you're actually like, you're encouraged to not use your stuns. I mean, it's still, obviously stuns are still semi-effective, but it doesn't, I feel like this didn't play out very well, and there's a reason why they got rid of it. So I'm personally not a fan of this. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not a fan of damage reduction when affected by crowd control. I feel like things that want to do setups already can kind of struggle to kill, and it just creates this really awkward strategy where during your burst, like you're almost encouraged to not use your stuns and lockdown because you're giving people an effective damage reduction. You know? That's my perspective on it. So I really hope that this does not stay in the game. I do like the idea of these PvP gems, but this one in particular, damage reduction when affected by crowd control, I'm not a big fan of. Cognitive Bloodstone, primary stat, and opponents failed interrupt grants precog. So it looks like precog is going to be staying in the form of a gem. This one is Determined Bloodstone, primary stat, and getting snared increases the damage of your next attack. This was made by a warrior, 100%. Just like a warrior waddling towards its target, trying to hit it, and then you get there and you one-shot them. So yeah, this one sounds kind of cool. I guess warriors never waddle. We'll see what happens. Imagine the meta is to intentionally just not hit anything. Don't attack, don't attack, don't attack. Because it says its max stack is 200. Imagine the ideal strategy is to just kind of like waddle around so you can just get there, pop every CD in one shot. I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm sure it'll be balanced. But in general, I do like the idea of these PvP gems. I think they'll be cool. Obviously, they'll need to be like, this is the first iteration. So we'll see what ends up happening. New regular gems. Similar to Dragonflight, gems are once again dual stats in War Within. The combinations are, okay, so we got crit haste, crit mastery. Okay, so same exact thing. We're going to have these different mixes of like stats for secondary stats, or if you want, you know, for a caster, more than likely. Well, it depends on what caster you are, I guess. But yeah, they got all the different combos, which is nice. You can get crit haste, crit mastery, crit versatility, just crit, just versa, versa mastery, versa haste, versa crit, etc., etc. So answers some questions. We still don't know exactly how we're going to be getting these PvP gems. Maybe it's something like we don't know how we're going to get the sockets, and we don't know how we're going to get the gems. So it's possible it's something you buy with honor. It's possible it's something you buy with conquest. I really don't know, but maybe you'll have to get it crafted. It'll be like something similar where when you PvP, you get, you know, the boxes, you get your rousing ire type thing, and then you have to put that on the auction house, and jewel crafters can use that to make the PvP specific gems, and that'll give us a way to make, you know, some gold as PvPers and keep the market alive and healthy. That's possible. We'll have to wait and see. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Do you like this? And also, I want you to really think about this, what I said about the damage reduction, because I know nobody likes dying in stuns, but I think it's even more awkward when you're not encouraged to use your kill buttons to actually hurt people. I think it becomes weird. I don't like it. You hate precog? Guys, I know people are probably disappointed about precog, but I think those people don't play casters. You gotta do an experiment, okay? Play a Shadow Priest or an Affliction Warlock. Do not use precog and queue Arena. Okay? Queue some Solo Shuffle as a Shadow Priest or an Affliction Warlock with no precog, or an Arcane Mage. And just let me know how it goes. You can leave a comment. We can do a little bit of an experiment, and it might give you some perspective on, you know, playing against a Shaman Warrior, or like an Ellie Shaman and a DK, and, you know, these things that have 10 million micro CCs. Like, it is kind of nice to be able to actually cast your spells if you fake and interrupt. I'm going to be honest.